Buddy. This is RBR Short Films 13, aka Ryan, and today I am doing a video, an unboxing video of Friday the 13th 4K set from Shout Factory. It came out last year, but I didn't get it till this year. We're going to do an unboxing video of this, guys. I'm really excited. It's kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but like slashers, because they're all so iconic. You know, like the main ones, Michael Myers and Jason and Freddy and Ghostface, and I mean it goes on and on. There's just like days where Jason's my favorite slasher. There's days where Ghostface is my favorite slasher. There's days Michael's my favorite slasher. It's kind of like almost like how I'm feeling and when I'm watching one of the movies, and I don't know, my opinions change throughout time. So like when I was growing up, Michael Myers was my favorite slasher, and then it was Ghostface. No, it was Michael, Freddy, Ghostface, and then Jason. So that's kind of, so you could say my favorite slasher is Jason, but the scariest slasher is Freddy Krueger. So sort of Freddy Krueger is the ultimate. He is the best in my opinion because he has dialogue and Robert Englund's performance and just like, I don't know how you can surpass that. And that was hard. That was introduced after Friday the 13th and Halloween. So that was a competition that Wes Craven had to, you know, was up against. And the Nightmare series made the most in the 80s out of Halloween and Friday. So I'd probably be more of a Nightmare fan if the movies were still around, or if there was a TV series, or, you know, I'm surprised they haven't, well, I'm not surprised because we can't find a Freddy Krueger that's like Robert Englund, because only the person that can play Freddy Krueger is Robert Englund. I would say at the end of the day, Jason, because also making my fan films, I just like have a memory with the character, memories with the character. But in terms of the scariest, it would be Freddy Krueger, and then I put Michael Myers after Freddy and Jason. All right, so here is the box set of Friday the 13th. The new, I guess you could say you could say 4K set from Shout Factory. It is a 4K set from Scream Factory, and it's got all the movies. It's got the original, Part 2, Part 3, The Final Chapter, A New Beginning, Jason Lives, New Blood, Jason Takes Manhattan, The Final Friday, Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, the remake, and Friday the 13th Collector's Edition bonus material. So this is what the box set looks like. I love the cover art. I do have the other Blu-ray that came out in 2013. I do have that, but it didn't have special features like this, and there weren't 4K transfers of the first 4 movies, and a 2K transfer of Jason Goes to Hell, even though that is my least favorite of the series. It'll be interesting to see an unrated cut. That's the only reason I will ever watch that film again, is because it comes with a new version. Alright, so I'm going to read loaded with killer special features. New 4K scans from the original camera negatives for Friday the 13th. The original, Friday the 13th Part 2, Friday the 13th Part 3. The original, both versions, the unrated and theatrical cut. Part 3, including a new transfer of the 3D version. That's exciting, but I don't have a 3D TV, and they're like impossible to find. So it's I just can't wait till out in Philly, in Philadelphia, when they have another part 3 special screening. I almost went to the one that premiered last year, but I missed it. Um, and then new 2K scans from the inner positive of Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, with high def inserts on the unrated version. So this is going to be interesting. New audio commentaries, new interviews with Sean Cunningham, Noel Cunningham, Kane Hodder, composer Harry Harry Manfredini, director Adam Marcus, writer Todd Farmer, and more. New location featurette, new 60-page booklet with a new essay by horror writer Michael Gingold. Audio commentaries with cast and crews, The Friday 13th Chronicles, Secret Galore, Behind the Gore, documentary Slice and Dice, the slasher film Forever featuring Corey Feldman and John Carl Buckler. Documentary Scream Queens, Horror Heroines Exposed featuring Adrienne King and Melanie Kinnaman. Original theatrical trailers, TV spots, and radio spots. Fangoria magazine, still galleries, and much more. All 12 films on 16 discs. 1080p high definition widescreen, DTS HD master audio, mono stereo 5.1, 1980 to 2009 English subtitles. Approximately, if you watched everything, it's 21 hours, over 21 hours. So if you need to kill time in over 21 hours, here's a box. Here's the set. that's a long time. That's almost an entire day. There's no way you can get all these movies done in one day. That's crazy. Okay, so R rated for 1 to 4, and then the unrated cut for the original. Jason Goes to Hell R, and then the unrated, and then Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason. It's too bad that like Freddy vs. Jason didn't get a 2K transfer, a 4K transfer, a 4K scan. I'm just a big Freddy vs. Jason fan. I know not everybody is, but I grew up with that movie, and that was my introduction to Freddy and Jason. And it's just like, I don't know why that movie doesn't get a cleanup, even though, it still looks good. It just, I would love to see it in 4K. I'm really happy that the first 4 are in 4K. I like that picture of Jason in the back. I love that New Blood image. New Blood is probably my favorite Kane Hodder Jason movie. And I know a lot of people don't like Jason Takes Manhattan, but I still like that movie way more over Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell. Because at least it's a Paramount Friday film in the 80s, so at least it has that style and that just old film look and dialogue and just everything. Like, I don't know, but if they ever remake Friday the 13th, I hope that it's set in the 80s. To me, that's the only time that the storyline fits. Like 70s, 80s, 90s. Like, as long as they keep it in that time, I think that'd be really cool and really smart. I just don't like Friday 13th modern day because there's all this technology now and cell phones, and it's just, it'd be cool to go, when you go back to cinema, if the rights are ever worked out and there is another Friday film, that we all can go see a Friday movie that looks and feels just like the original movies. Mostly, I guess, the first 4 or the first 6, 7, 8 of them. I think that'd be really, really great. You know, I mean, they could do a what they're doing with Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, Halloween 2018. They could easily do that with the Friday films and maybe do a direct sequel to part two and start over, you know. They could even do a direct sequel to the original if they wanted. Uh, as long as they do something like that, then rather a full reboot, I'd be definitely down for it by this point. I mean, why not? You know, we've given Halloween all these timelines, and you know, we don't care, obviously. So you know, I mean, it's happened with other franchises, so you know, I don't see why not. Um, and they can make it just like the Friday 13th, the video game. You know, just imagine that video game, but as a movie. You know, I mean, that's all you got to do. You know. So here we go. We're gonna open this finally. Oh my God, this is really, really exciting. All right. Okay. Wow. So there is the Blu-rays. I really, like I said, I really do like these cover arts. I really do like these artworks. They're really, really cool. I really like these. Because you have the New Blood Jason, you have Freddy versus Jason, then you have the remake, and then you have Jason Goes to Hell, which Jason Goes to Hell is my least favorite look for Jason, but it's cool that they show pretty much, I guess, every single Jason. You go to the other side, they even have New Beginning Jason, which isn't even Jason, because I call him Copycat Jason. And yeah, you have all these iconic images that you would see in the video game, you know, or in the movies, and yeah, this is incredible artwork. Whoever did this, absolutely. Oh, there's Jason X. There you go. Look at that. So it's pretty much got like every iteration of Jason. Um, so it pretty much has every iteration of Jason. But where's Baghead Jason? That's I'm curious about that. Where's Baghead Jason? There's every Jason but the Baghead Jason. Where's part two Jason? What am I not seeing? Because I'm guarantee you he has to be on here. I love that shot though. Here, get back. See the lightning going into Jason? I love that. I love that. Oh, that's iconic right there. That is so cool. We've never seen that in a cover art of a box set so far. Um, yeah, I don't see Baghead Jason. That's weird. Unless he's really, really hidden in this cover art, in this artwork. Uh, oh, so is that the person that created this was Devon? Is that the guy who um, drew all this? Well, good job. Uh, but odd, no Baghead Jason, which is a lot of people's favorite Jason, or one of their favorites, you know, because it's before he had the hockey mask, and it was kind of scarier, you know. All right, so we're first taking out the original. Oh, here we go. You'll wish it were only a nightmare. Wow, that is like My Bloody Valentine, April Fool's Day kind of like cover art, like nostalgic right there. That's like, yeah, Happy Birthday to Me, kind of 80s poster. Like that is so 80s slasher poster. Like that is. I've never seen this poster before. Terror and suspense around in this 24-hour nightmare of blood. Camp Crystal Lake has been shuttered for over 20 years due to several vicious and unsolved murders. 20 years. Okay, so the camp's new owner and 7 young counselors are renting the property for reopening despite warnings of a death curse by the local residents. It's got a death curse. The curse proves true on the Friday 13th as one by one, each of the counselors is stalked by a violent killer. This film is widely acclaimed for its horrifying and creative murder sequences. Special features, new 4K scan of the original camera negative, both the uncut version and the theatrical R-rated version. Audio commentary with Sean Cunningham. Oh, Victor Miller. How awkward of a commentary that would be to sit through, Sean Cunningham and Victor Miller when they're battling the rights in, for how long in the courts. It's crazy. So that would be interesting commentary to listen to. Because I haven't listened to all the commentaries on the Friday Blu-rays, because I know they had all these commentaries on the original Blu-rays, but fresh cuts, new tales from Friday 13th, The Man Behind the Legacy, Sean Cunningham, theatrical trailer, TV spot, radio spots, still gallery. So pretty much what's really new in this is the new 4K scan of the original negative, and that it's for the unrated and theatrical. Let's open this up. Oh, okay. So here we go. We have the theatrical and unrated cuts right there. Let's see. Okay, so 1080p, 1080p. So even though they're 4K, it's 1080. All right. I just can't wait till we get a 4K set of all the Halloween movies. 4K, HDR, UHD, like fully remastered. I mean, one day, let's hope, right? And for Friday the 13th and for Nightmare on Elm Street, we just get a full 4K set of all those, and we get the Ultra HD, like that's what I want for these movies. Even though I hope that they would give the option to be able to watch it in the like original negative, kind of thing, like the old grainy look, or you can watch it in, the highest quality, kind of thing. Part 2, Friday 13th Part 2, the body count continues. So basically in the back is just the descriptions of basically the movie, like basically the synopsis. The special features, new 4K scan from the original camera negative, inside Crystal Lake Memories, the book. I think that's new. Friday's Legacy Horror Conventions, that might be new too. Podcast interview with Amy Steele, theatrical trailer, that's not new. TV spots, not new. Radio spots, not new. Still gallery, not new. So this is the first Friday the 13th movie where Jason is the killer, and they don't even have the bag mask Jason artwork at all in the back. I mean, they don't have an image, nothing. And Jason's Mrs. Voorhees' head is covered up. So interesting, but I like that it's got the old nostalgic cover arts from the VHSs. I remember these from the VHSs, and I think when the DVDs first came out, not the later ones where they had the red font on them. It's really cool. I mean, this takes me back to like Blockbuster and looking at all the cover arts at Blockbuster. This takes me back to that. And the VHSs and A New Dimension in Terror. I always love that. Friday the 13th Part 3 3D. And I have watched this in 3D, but with those red and blue glasses. I've never seen it in the original format. And I would love to go to a re-release of this movie and see it in 3D. Because to me, even though I always wore the red and blue glasses when I'd watch the movie, it was still more 3D than many movies that I've seen in the theater that were meant to be 3D. They were like converted to 3D or whatever. Like this is a 3D movie. This film is based on being 3D. and you only get that experience in 3D. I think that's why if you don't watch it in 3D, it's not going to have the same impact. So, oh, here we go. I like the images in the back. New 4K scan of the original film negative and new 3D transfer. Audio commentary with actors Larry Zerner, Paul Krotka, Richard Broker, and Dana Kimmel. I'm not always the best with names, so apologize about that if I get some of these names wrong. Richard Broker, what an icon, you know, and may he rest in peace. He was definitely one of my favorite Jasons for sure. He was like, he's just so iconic. I loved his. He introduced like that like running that Jason had for a good 2 movies, part 3, part 4. Ted White is my favorite Jason, and his run was slightly different, but it was cool when Jason did run in part 2 and then part 3, and it was just so intense to see Jason with the hockey mask for the first time, like running and all that. I just really, Steve Miner definitely knew what he was doing with these movies. And then it just lists all the people that worked on it. I mean, the cast and crew. And then it says, to watch the 3D version of this film, you need a 3D television, a 3D Blu-ray player, a high-speed HDMI cable, and 3D glasses, not included. Please consult your 3D devices manufacturer's instruction manuals. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to be given the chance to watch this Blu-ray in 3D, because I have never had a 3D TV, and I do have a 4K 3D Blu-ray player, but I don't know if that would, be enough. I think you have to have a 3D TV, so oh well. It's cool that in the back though you see that Blu-ray 3D, so you can tell that it's like really good 3D. Doesn't come first time I've ever opened the Friday 13th Part 3 Blu-ray, DVD, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, because when I got the DVD, it was in 3D. It had the 3D glasses. And then the box set I got in 2013 was it came with those glasses, the red and blue glasses. So, oh, okay. That's what it looks like. So some iconic images. Well, it would be nice to watch the movie in 4K, see how it looks in 4K. I mean, out of all the ones in the series, Part 3 needed to be cleaned up the most out of all these movies, because it was really looking bad. I went back to the DVD and like, it's just bad. So I mean, even the 1080 Blu-ray that came out in 2013 didn't look the best, but here, I guess that this is like a 4K transfer. It's probably gonna look really good. The final chapter, my favorite of the series, Friday 13th, the final chapter. And I have the poster like right there. It's, oh my god, I love it. And there's the back, iconic images right there of the movie. So then you get the disc and images, and then let's see if there's anything behind the Blu-ray. This is really cool. That's cool. That's really cool. Yep. 3 times before you have felt the terror, known the madness, lived the horror, but this is the one you've been screaming for. And that is also what it says on my poster. Jason is back, and this is the one you've been screaming for. Yep. All right, so here we go to one of the worst entries of the franchise. What kind of poster is that? What? Oh, ew. Could they have done any better job? The movie sucks anyway. I guess they didn't care. Yeah, they didn't seem to really do much with this set. Oh, well, this is probably the best pictures so far, because that's like Tommy and then I think she's in the video game, Friday 13th video game. Wow. Okay, well, I'd say that is the weakest so far of the set, is like the design. I really don't even get the significance of it. Then you have Jason Lives, Friday 13th Part 6, Kill or Be Killed. This is a lot of people's favorite entry of the series. I wouldn't say it's my favorite entry or one of my favorites, but I definitely like it. Um, it has some good humor in areas. It has some good kills. It feels like a Friday film. It's got that nostalgia. C.J. Graham did a really good job as Jason, and this was the first time. It was kind of like for part 3. That was the first time you see Jason with the hockey mask. Part 6 is the first time you see Jason as a zombie, him being resurrected, coming back. Um, so I do love that, because I love zombie Jason, that he's like slow and more, even more stronger, and like the supernatural element of him, and he can teleport and all that. Like him being resurrected like that, like through that lightning, and who knows what brought him back too. That's the mystery, is what's really cool. And this was the first movie to do that. Special features, new audio commentary with actor C.J. Graham. Okay, let's open this up. Oh, one of my favorite images of Jason. Of course, they had to include this one. We take the disc out. Look at that. Oh my god. It's so cool. Yeah, CJ Graham was a really great Jason. Like, if he came back as Jason, I would not be mad at all. I think a lot of fans wouldn't mind that either. He did a really great job. On Friday 13th, Jason is back, but this time someone's waiting. Friday 13th Part 7, The New Blood. This is definitely one of my favorites of the series. I prefer this over Jason Lives. I kind of like the Tina Carey kind of like element of the storyline. It was interesting. It was something different, and you know, I don't know. It was different, and I really love the music in this movie. I do love the body count. I like how it's shot. I can tell that the filmmaker loved this franchise, and the fact that the director was also like a special effects artist. Uh, it may I think that's why the special effects look so good in this movie. Um, and yeah, so the director John Carl, uh, he did such a great job. John Carl Butcher, uh, definitely one of the best directors of the series. Um, so then special features, audio commentary with the director and actor Kane Hodder. It's too bad that it's not these all aren't they all weren't given 4K transfers, because I want to see Part 6 and New Blood and Jason Takes Manhattan and uh, Freddy versus Jason and even Jason X in 4K. I would just like to see all of them in 4K. Yeah, even the ones I don't like, I just like for all of them to be in 4K. I mean, why not? You know. But I love that image of Jason too with the axe. I always love that shot in the movie. And then we have Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan, which I love this poster. Even though it's not what the movie is. It's really Jason on a boat. Um, I do love this poster, and I really do like this movie. I don't love it, but I do like it. And I appreciate the studio trying to do something with Jason in terms of putting him in New York, and sadly, because of the budget, they weren't able to do as much as they wanted to. And I think that hurt this movie more than anything, because I think people went into this film back then in the 80s expecting it to be all Jason in New York and him doing a bunch of things in New York. And I think if it would have been that, the movie would have been a huge success. Um, and I think it would get the talk that Jason X gets all the time. Um, so, but I still enjoy it for what it is. There are things that I don't like about it, but Kane Hodder was great as Jason in this movie. To me, he was the most menacing and scary. I love his design in this movie. In the video game, it's kind of the scariest when you see Part 8 Jason. That's kind of, to me, the most intense Jason, to hide from, to run away from. It's just something about that look and everything. It's just, he's like all wet, and it's just like gritty and disgusting, and it's just like really, really, just so great. That's so funny though. The Big Apple's in big trouble, and his indestructible psycho friend Jason Voorhees hit the road to New York City and paints the town red. After a shocking return from beyond the grave, the diabolical Jason ships out aboard a teen-filled love boat bound for New York, which he soon transforms into the ultimate voyage of the damned. Then one of the terrified victims escapes into the nightmarish maze of Manhattan subways and sewers, only to confront Jason one final time. The imposing Kane Hodder plays Jason with unholy relish, daily variety, in this unholy 8th installment of the horror series. So special features, I guess really nothing new. You have audio commentary with the director Rob Eden, audio commentaries with actors Scott Reeves, Jason Daggett, and Kane Hodder. New York has a new problem, the making of Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan, /scenes, gag reel, theatrical trailer, still gallery. So, yeah, hopefully these are still like new 1080p transfers, though, even though they're not new 4K transfers. But it's cool that the first 4 are. And yay, Jason Goes to Hell. It got a 2K transfer. I remember seeing this poster at Blockbuster, and I'm like, what is this? I was like, is this a Friday the 13th movie? So this is Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. Evil has finally found a home. Oh, God. I will respect your opinion. I agree to disagree, right? Everyone has a right to their opinion. It's just, this to me is like the worst horror movie ever. Like, I can think of so many bad horror films, but this is like, there's nothing worse than Jason Goes to Hell. Really isn't. I mean, oh my God. And you know what? Like, with the right, if it would have been given the right writers and directors, it actually could have been a good movie. Of course, not the body hopping element, but Jason going to hell and that whole supernatural thing. They could have done something unique with it and interesting, and even though it could have been cheesy for its time, it still may have worked in some way, because that would have been after Jason Takes Manhattan, and people were used to the studio trying new things with Jason, just not where he blows up and then body hops into different bodies to kill, and then it's just, oh, even, okay. So both unrated and theatrical versions. That's new. Bonus features. New 2K scan of the inner positive. I don't know why they even just couldn't have done 2K scans of part. I'd rather have gotten new 2K scans of Part 5, Part 6, New Blood, Jason Takes Manhattan than this movie. Really. Oh God, new audio commentary by director Adam Marcus and author Peter Brick. New interviews with Adam Marcus and actor Kane Hodder. Okay, we don't need more Adam Marcus on these bonus features. We really don't. He may love the franchise, okay, but I kind of look at him as the Rian Johnson to Friday the 13th. Additional TV footage with new optional audio commentary with Adam Marcus and Peter Breck. Audio commentary with Adam Marcus and screenwriter Dean Loree. Theatrical trailer. So it's like all this new bonus stuff is with Adam Marcus. Like what I don't want on this box set. Oh man. Oh my. I mean, literally, it's written by 4 people. You know, it's written by 4 people. This is just trash. I just kind of want to throw it out of this box set. But so here we go, Jason X. Not another one of my favorite ones of the series. Evil gets an upgrade. I think that this is really. And it takes place in 2455. I don't think I'll be alive by that time. Alright, so here is what's new. Special features. New interviews with producers Sean Cunningham, Noel Cunningham, and actors Kane Hodder, Christy Angus. Audio commentary with director Jim Isaac, writer Todd Farmer, Noel Cunningham. The Many Lives of Jason Voorhees. A documentary of the history of Jason by Any Means Necessary, the making of Jason X, theatrical trailer. So, don't think there's really anything new. Freddy versus Jason, and it's the first time I've owned this movie where I've wow. I remember always. I remember getting this at Blockbuster back then, the DVD, and it was like all blue. The DVD. The DVD was like the coolest, that DVD cover art, and the VHS. They literally have the same images, but that's what's awesome about it. Because I remember looking at this like as a kid, and I was like, "Whoa, what is this movie? What's this about? That looks scary." But it was still epic at the same time because it's 2 slashers fighting each other. You know, it's kind of like a Godzilla versus King Kong or something like that, you know. It was something that was really cool. Okay, so basically the special features are the commentaries. Ronnie Yu and Robert Englund, Ken Krinsner, deleted alternate scenes, original. I've seen all this stuff from from the DVD. Like these are the same bonus features from the DVD set. Let's open this up, and we get the very iconic full blue, dark blue Freddy vs. Jason cover art right there. And then we have these images here where we have Freddy fighting Jason at Camp Crystal Lake. So awesome. I really, really enjoy this movie. I don't think it's perfect by any means, but I mean, knowing like what went into this movie, like the development process and the rights whole, like everything that went into this movie, the fact that it got made is a miracle. It really is, you know, because we never got a Freddy versus Jason 2, you know, and stuff like that. So it was just amazing that this movie even got made. And then this is after Jason Goes to Hell. This would be my least favorite for sure. And I know a lot of people love this movie. I know. And I know why you love this movie. Derek Mears is a great Jason. The kills are very good in this movie. It's human Jason. The way he runs is awesome. It has some really good cinematography. Like, I know why people like this, and there are things in this movie, like those elements, why I like it. But if we're talking story and the characters, this is the worst Friday film after Jason Goes to Hell. Because at least Jason in this movie isn't, body hopping, and doesn't get blown up. I don't think the franchise needed a reboot by any means. I definitely think they should have done something different, just basically a new timeline kind of thing, and keeping some of the previous sequels canon. Just the fact that they fully rebooted this franchise um, is really too bad. Especially that, like, this is the last Friday movie was a bad remake. You know, it's not like the series ended on a high note. You know, it didn't. I mean, with Freddy versus Jason, it did. I would say it ended on a high note with Freddy versus Jason, but and that's when I stopped this marathon too. Is Freddy versus Jason. So basically, all right, let me just finish with this Blu-ray here. Special features, nothing new. Same bonus features that have been since 2010, 2009. Friday the 13th collector bonus material. Special features. New interview with composer Harry Manfredini. New location featurette, Return to Crystal Lake, making Friday the 13th. The Friday the 13th Chronicles, Secret Galore Behind the Gore. Documentary Slice and Dice, The Slasher Film Forever. Documentary Scream Queens, Horror Heroines Exposed. Crystal Lake, Victims Tell All. Tales from the Cutting Room. Friday Artifacts and Collectibles, Jason Forever. So new features and some old features. I'm excited to watch these. You have 2 discs of this, which is really, really cool. And I notice there's always an image in the back when you take the Blu-ray disc out. And that one is the iconic one with Alice from the original Friday the 13th, which she came back in a fan film that just came out. Jason Rising. If you guys haven't watched that, check it out on YouTube. Jason Rising. That was really, really good. That is probably one of the best fan films I have seen on YouTube in like a long time. So check it out. Like I don't always recommend fan films, but I will recommend that one because I can tell that the director really, really tried and did a really, really great job. And I wish we would have been given that treatment over the remake. I wish that would have been the remake. Would have been Jason Rising. I think that would have been brilliant. But of course, us fans know the franchise better than the studio, and the fact that they don't want to do what the fans want, and yet we give like the best ideas for this franchise is insane. They could make all that money. They're all about money, right? Just please the fans, and you will make that money. So I don't know if I'll go back to the remake. So the inside of the remake is this. You see the images of the movie, and then you get Jason right there on the Blu-ray. And then take the Blu-ray out, and you get this. So that's the remake that all of you love. And then we get this. All right, this is always the best part of a box set, is this stuff. I love this image of Jason. It's simple and it's iconic, and yeah. So this is the first page, and I've seen box sets usually come with booklets like this, little trivia facts about the movies and images you've never seen before of the movies, and I just love that stuff. I'm sure this is stuff that is, this wasn't in the 2013 Blu-ray box set, so this is new, and this is really, really cool. Now, the 2013 Blu-ray set did have had some really cool things, um, including including this. I use this as a coaster. More. I'm just basically showing the images, like, you know, I'm sure like what's on here is available to read online. Iconic images, seriously, of part 2. That is iconic images. There we go. Wow. Part 3. I remember that this is one of my favorite images of the whole series. Is that Jason with his hands through the the door window, the window of the car, and then when his hands get stuck in there in the glass of the window, and then he just smashes his head through it. I always love that part. And the shot of Jason when he, yeah, I always love that with the music in the movie. There we go. Hey. All right. And then just more part 3. It's a lot of the first 4 movies, it seems like. Then we get to final chapter. And let's see next. Yeah, just iconic images of the films. Yeah, it's just iconic images of the final chapter. And then we get to part 5, one of the worst entries. And then Jason Lives. I love that. The fire with the surrounded by the boat, the lake. That's so cool with Tommy Jarvis. Because now I think of the video game too. You know, like a video game kind of made this stuff even cooler than originally was. And then New Blood. These are some really cool images. You got Tina, and you got Jason he tried all different kinds of weapons in this movie, which was really, really cool. And yeah, this is really awesome. I've never seen this before in terms of like on a box set. That is the subway that he's on in Jason Takes Manhattan. I love that. I love that. That's so cool. And then there's more Jason Takes Manhattan. This is when they're all on a boat. Jason on a boat. Oh, yay. Oh, jeez. They have to even give us more images than that of this movie. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Just looking at the images and thinking of the movie, it's like, oh, jeez. Jason X. Kind of cool. And this is Kane Hodder's last performance as Jason out of all the movies. And I honestly would like for Kane Hodder to come back. I really would like for him to come back as Jason. Just like one more time. You know, I mean, he came back for the video game, the performance capture stuff. But it'd be nice to see just a classic Friday film set in the 80s that's Kane Hodder. And it takes place after Jason Takes Manhattan. You know, or something like that. And, you know, it's like what Jason Goes to Hell should have been, right? And it's like Friday the 13th, Return to Camp Crystal Lake, you know? I don't know. I just feel like they could do anything cool and it'd be better than the bad sequels and the remake. This is Freddy versus Jason. Yep. That's it's only one page of that, though. Is there? Wait. Make sure. That's it of Freddy. Okay, so there's only one page of Freddy vs. Jason. Oh, man. Alright. Oh, but we're going to give you more of the remake, because the remake is so much better. So look at this 2 pages of it. Yeah. Oh, God, this movie. I know I'm not the only one too. You know, this is definitely the series. Like, there's people that will love this movie, and there's people that hate this movie, and it is kind of like you love it or you hate it. And I hate it. um, yeah, that's the. I do like the shot when Jason throws the axe, but that could have been for any Friday film. I mean, how many times have we seen Jason throw a weapon before too? Like, it's nothing new. If I want to see that, I'll watch one of the old films. Oh, jeez. Ooh, this is a good image. Because the MPA censored these movies so much, we didn't really get to see the full brutality. And we know that probably out of all of them, New Blood was the most gory. From what we've heard, what we've seen in documentaries, you know, the MPA was very brutal about New Blood, and it'd be cool if eventually we do get unrated cuts of like every single Friday film in 4K. And you know what? Never say never. It may not be tomorrow, may not be in a year, you know, may not be in 5 years, but it might be that one day. Who knows? Um, so it has Blu-ray credits in the back. Um, Blu-ray producers Cliff Macmillan. Blu-ray booklet essay Michael Gingold. Art direction Mindy King. Packaging supervision Jeff Paulo. Package design David Levin. Editorial supervision Rob McCaffrey. Slipcase illustration Devon Whitehead. New 4K film transfers by Color Time and Paramount Pictures. Blu-ray authoring Henry Wintraub / Grace Rothbone Weaver. Audio restoration Brett Camerson. Menu design Grant Williamson. Photo galleries courtesy of Brett Cameron. Fangoria magazine galleries courtesy of Vangora magazine. Some trailers, TV spots and radio spots courtesy of Brett Cameron. James Chandler, Dustin Ferguson, and Tim Salmons. Special thanks to Justin Bean, Peter Brake, Brett Cameron, James Chandler, George Feltenstein, Dustin Ferguson, Carl Fullerton, Groovy Doom, Naomi Hallwell, Tommy Hudson, Tom McLuffin, Richard Mogg, Jeff Nelson, Jason Parker, Michael Perez, Sean Richards, Tim Salmons, Edwin Samuelson, Billy Van Ryn, and Callum Woodall. To learn more about Friday the 13th series, check out Friday13franchise.com and Peter Brake's essential book, Crystal Lake Memories from Tintin Books. Wow. So it's, well, thanks to the credits, the people that worked on this Blu-ray. Thank you for giving this to the fans. And yeah, it's this is a set that's worth getting. It really is. You get 4K transfers of the first 4 movies. You get a 2K transfer of Jason Goes to Hell with an unrated cut that has never been seen before, and possibly slightly upgraded transfers of the other movies, and a bunch of new bonus features. You know, new audio commentaries. I would definitely recommend it to any Friday the 13th fan. And it's a great way to kick off fall Halloween season. It's coming, guys. October is on its way. So that's my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And I can't wait to enjoy this box set and have a marathon this October of all the movies. And thank you guys for watching. And I will talk to y'all very soon. All right, peace.